England's Wags summed up the mood of the nation as they were spotted yawning during the Three Lions World Cup match against USA, which resulted in a 0-0 draw. Kyle Walker's partner Annie Kilnar couldn't stifle a yawn during the disappointing game, while Aaron Ramsdale's girlfriend Georgina Irwin also struggled to maintain her attention. Both wore football shirts and lanyards around their necks as they sat in Doha Stadium, supporting the English side. And it appeared many of the Wags were distracted during the game, with Jack Grealish's partner Sasha Atwood at one point pictured gazing down at her phone, with her feet resting on the chair in front of her as she sat next to Jack's younger sister. Elsewhere, Eric Dier's partner Anna Modler was pictured smiling while wearing an England shirt, as was Harry Maguire's wife Fern Maguire. England fans were pictured looking glum at the disappointing result, as England failed to confirm their place in the knockout stages of the World Cup. Gareth Southgate deployed the exact same starting 11 that made light work of Iran on Monday afternoon, but would have been well aware this was going to pose a far sterner test. The best chance of the opening 30 minutes actually fell to the USA, but Weston McKennie could only fire over Jordan Pickford's crossbar. England struggled to really find their rhythm for the opening half an hour or so, as they struggled to press successfully as a unit. Chelsea star Christian Pulisic rattled the frame of the goal 32 minutes in, with Pickford beaten. More USA dominance duly followed well into the second half as England tried to forge something while also having their backs up against the wall defensively. The Three Lions spent large periods after the interval struggling to get out of their own half, pegged back by a USA side who simply refused to tire despite the sweltering Qatar heat. After the match, Harry Kane told ITV, "It wasn't our best performance. We had some good spells but didn't quite have the final product today. Great clean sheet, puts us in a great position in the group. Just needed to be clinical, a complete contrast to Iran. Today we had 2-3 good opportunities but didn't put them away. We know we can play better than that, but it is a draw in a World Cup, no game is easy. I think after the first game people thought we'd landslide every team we'd play, but that is not the case." Meanwhile, England head coach Southgate admitted his side had struggled to reproduce the sort of performance which saw them beat Iran 6-2 on Monday. "I knew it would be difficult for us after such a high to replicate that type of performance, so I'm really pleased with how the players have applied themselves," he told the channel. "Some of our quality in the final third could have been a little bit better, but we've shown great resilience to defend against an opponent that kept asking questions, and we've just not been able to open them up with that really clear-cut chance. We didn't quite have that same zip, but this is going to happen with tournament football. We're not going to roll through a tournament and sweep through everybody without having nights like that where you've got to show different qualities to get the result. Silver medal today was a point because it puts us in a really strong position in terms of qualification. If we can win our last game, we win the group. The objective is to get out of the group, you get 3 games to do it. We've done it in 2 games the last 2 tournaments, but it's very unrealistic to expect that every time." Meanwhile, former Manchester United and England defender Gary Neville was surprised not to see Phil Foden in action. "Tournaments are very rarely a bed of roses all the way through, but it was poor. We wanted a lot more from England," the pundit told ITV. "Our midfield didn't click tonight, I thought we looked tired. I was disappointed not to see Foden, For me that talent is huge. For him not to be in a starting 11 and not come off the bench was interesting. Neville's former teammate Roy Keane also wanted to see Foden brought on, adding, "The subs that did come on didn't really have an impact. England looked leggy, one-paced, short of ideas, even set pieces you never felt they had a goal in their locker from that, actually a terrible performance."